Here it is. After 3 long years of anticipation, an analyst has finally delivered the bombshell that Shiba Inu owners have been waiting for. There's a new technical chart and a massive discovery. After more than 3 years of accumulating, we have finally found the solution to this pattern. No one is prepared for what Shiba Inu is about to do: remove a zero. Strong indications of a breakthrough, incredible upward trend. Yes, the topic of becoming a Shiba Inu millionaire is once again being discussed. However, what is the true situation here? Excuse me, what do you mean by this 3-year analysis? Okay, I'll try to clarify. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more SHIB news, be sure to click the like button. Quite a bit is happening behind the scenes at the moment, and it has the potential to result in something significant. The Shiba Inu market could be about to see an even larger price fluctuation than what we've witnessed previously. A new weekly peak of 7.37 trillion Shiba Inu was reached only in the last day's transactions. The increase in activity is tremendous. This type of surge has historically signaled the impending arrival of major events every time it has occurred. We're talking about substantial price changes, rising or falling. Furthermore, new evidence suggests that another paradigm change may be just around the corner. Shiba Inu is now resting on an important support level. This region has been a reliable support system for the price, sending it soaring whenever it falls for weeks. The fact that this zone coincides with a trend that has been going strong for some time adds to its significance. It is almost as if two tiers of assistance are cooperating. However, there is a catch. The tension is rising. Add this type of increasing network activity to a spike in transactions, and you have a recipe for instability. Pretty much definitely. Because of it, everything changes. A lot of people assumed that Shiba Inu were just going through a period of relative stillness or were possibly beginning to disappear. But now there are obvious indicators that a more significant development may be on the horizon. These aren't random sounds. It's a huge clue as to what may happen after this. Check this out if you still need convincing that something major is happening. The Shiba Inu specific Layer 2 network, Shibarium, has just made a stunning return. The increase in daily transactions is 115%. That's twice as much activity as recently, and it's occurring twice as quickly. A surge like this doesn't appear out of nowhere. Rather, it indicates that adoption is increasing. Behind the scenes, the ecosystem is strengthening as more projects join the network and more people use it. When combined with the other factors, such as the increase in transaction volume, the solid support level, and the increasing pressure, a clear picture begins to emerge. Something is coming together, and nobody seems to see it just yet. When we dug a bit farther, we discovered something that really made us nervous. As Shiba Inu nears the peak of a multi-year symmetrical triangle, a trading perspective analyst named Bitfinity has made a significant observation: a potential breakout is taking shape. This is the wildest part of a setup that has been in the works for the last 3 years. 3 years. This pattern has been developing for that amount of time. Also, what else occurred 3 years ago? Yes, the renowned 2021 stock market boom. To be more precise, rather more senior, 3.5 years later it remains. When that happened, Shiba Inu shocked the market, and people all across the globe took notice. That moment, when a little meme currency became a huge wave, is indelibly etched in the minds of early holders. 3 years on, we may be staring at a similarly massive long-term technical pattern. At the moment, the cost has been moving within a narrow band, from 4 to 13. We saw a decline on May 6th and a little recovery on May 7th, but generally, it has seemed as if very nothing is transpiring. That's when things will start to heat up. Similar to a spring that is being squeezed, this triangular pattern is becoming more tight and is about to shatter. It's as if the stars are aligning. The formation of a 3-year trend after the most recent significant explosion. There must be a reason behind it. Holdouts of Shiba Inu may finally get their chance if this arrangement pans out as predicted by experts. Things are starting to fall into place now. This massive triangle formation began shortly after the Shiba Inu reached its all-time high in October 2021, as seen in a weekly chart made public by Bitfinity. The Shiba Inu price has been steadily condensing within this triangle ever since, with lower highs and consistent support at the same level. Consider it in this way. Like in March and December of last year, Shiba Inu was repeatedly pulled back down whenever it attempted to break free and run higher. But it never completely failed either, no matter how much pressure applied. Shiba Inu has remained stable because to the very sturdy support line that has been absorbing all of the water, the pressure has been building for over 3 years due to this constant back and forth. And now we're getting close to the triangle's exact tip. Things generally start becoming noisy about there. A sacrifice must be made. Once it happens, it's quite fast. Shiba Inu has the potential to establish ever-increasing prices, according to Bitfinity's chart, if it can clear the first barrier. The primary objective, approximately 4.0. However, 301 is the ultimate aim here, and everyone is keeping an eye on it. This is when things get crazy. It would be a gain of more than 733% from where Shiba Inu stands presently to the 301 point. Massive action like that would be required. This is the sort of setup that might completely alter the course of events, whether you've been holding from the beginning or are just now becoming aware of it. It's no longer just rhetoric. There is a perfect harmony between the chart, the time, and the pattern. Additionally, this is slipping people's notices. But it's a major issue. More and more Shiba Inu owners are committed for the long term, according to new research from Into the Block. Wallets that retain Shiba Inu for more than a year are on the rise, while those that hold for a few months or for short-term traders are dwindling. What this tells us is that people are starting to trust in the coin for the long haul, rather than just flipping it quickly. And that is significant. There will be greater stability, fewer panic sales, and less pressure from those looking to make a fast profit. A positive calm is settling over the market. And when only true holders remain, it lays a far firmer foundation, particularly as positive momentum begins to gather steam. There are indications of improvement in the trade climate as well. According to a CoinGlass chart, the price of Shiba Inu never really crashed, even when market sentiment became negative and investors were betting against the breed. Rigidity was maintained at that critical support level. On several occasions, short sellers attempted to drive it lower but were unsuccessful. It seems like the momentum is changing now. Confidence is on the rise as the market is gradually shifting back toward favoring long positions. That often occurs just before a significant ascent. It seems like the scene is being prepared for something big to happen when you consider the following: an increase of long-term holders, a decrease in sell pressure, the maintenance of solid support, and a starting to shift in mood. For more than simply a springboard, maybe something much more substantial. The community is becoming more agitated, which is adding fuel to the fire. It is being widely believed that Shiba Inu's price would soon be reduced by zero. It's very significant. The stats don't tell the whole story for Shiba Inu owners. A significant accomplishment is at the heart of it. After years of waiting, it would signal that the price had broken out of its previous range and into something more meaningful. Going off of everything we've discussed thus far, the long-term graph setup, the strengthening market, and the trend toward long-term holders, it's beginning to seem less like pipe dream and more like a real possibility. To back this up even more, CryptoRank data reveals that Shiba Inu have traditionally performed well in May. The average increase in May over the previous 4 years is 61%. And Shiba Inu saw a meteoric rise of more than 350% in May 2021 alone. Shiba Inu nonetheless achieved a 15% increase in May of last year, despite the somewhat calmer market. Therefore, it is hardly surprising that many individuals are experiencing renewed optimism. Along with such optimism comes the return of a lofty goal to amass a fortune as a Shiba Inu breeder. Okay, so let's dissect it. You would need 10 billion tokens to become a billionaire if Shiba Inu's price reached 301, deducting just 1 zero from its existing value. about $127,000 at today's pricing. To reach $1 million, you would need just 1 billion tokens if Shiba Inu were to do the impossible and reach 201, which would entail eliminating 2 zeros. At the current exchange rate, that would be around $12,000. No matter how thrilling this may seem, it is essential to maintain a realistic perspective. I am not a financial advisor. This is only an exploratory view of what may be. Before jumping into the investment pool, everyone should undertake their own due diligence and assess their own circumstances. Regardless of your perspective, however, one thing is evident. The Shiba Inu is once again a popular dog breed. Things are looking good on the charts. Interest is rising, and many in the community are beginning to think that great things may be around the corner. However, how do you feel about this? Leave a comment in the space provided. The day is over now. Remember to give it a big thumbs up. To see our most recent material, share it, and subscribe to the channel.